Sling that jank.
Thank you in advance for checking out my video. If you liked it, I'd appreciate it if you like, comment, and most importantly, subscribe to help support this channel.
Do it.
Thanks again.
Hey guys, Trent here coming at you with another Magic topic video. Today I just wanted to talk a little bit about Mono Red. So Mono Red is that deck that used to come around from time to time when people weren't prepared for it. It'd be powerful enough to have a pretty good standing in the metagame until people kind of adjusted and hated it out of the metagame. I remember this back for me personally whenever I first played some competitive like tournament style Magic back in the 2009 era of Zendikar. Whenever Goblin Guide got printed, we had Ball Lightning, Goblin Guide, Earthquake, and stuff like Hell's Spark, Elemental, and Hell's Thunder, all in Standard and the fetch lands. It was good enough to compete in the metagame because it was faster than Jund, which was basically the dominating deck of the time, with Bloodbraid Elves sprouting Drynaxes and Putrid Leeches and such. You could win the race against Jund. But then in Worldwake, they printed a little card called Core Firewalker to go ahead and hose that. Even then, Mono Red got Searing Blaze, and it was still sort of a deck, but Core Firewalker made it really difficult for it to run wild like it did. But let's fast forward to like the past year or so. It seems like Mono Red is just a permanent fixture in the metagame. Over multiple rotations now. We'll look all the way back to 2017. Pro Tour Hour of Devastation was won by Mono Red. Here we have Paulo Vitor's list that won the Pro Tour. This is back in the days where it had Hazaret and vehicles and all that stuff. So going all the way back almost a year and a half or longer now, Pro Tour Ixalan didn't win the Pro Tour, but we had two, or at least one, top-aiding Mono Red again. Had Rampaging Ferocidon. Oh, this was back whenever it was Ramunap Red, and by the way, it had to be banned, right? We had Rampaging Ferocidon get banned, as well as Ramunap Ruins. So the deck was good enough to where it actually had to have bannings in Standard. Okay, Pro Tour Dominaria. Again, won by Mono Red, right? Wyatt Darby. With the new inclusion, you know, they lost to Ferocidon and the Ramunap Ruins, but then we got Goblin Chainwhirler. Oh, as well as Rekindling Phoenix. So the deck still was kind of like a little higher, mid-rangey, but still Mono Red aggro. So Guilds of Ravnica era. Didn't win the Pro Tour again, but still was in the top 64. Some version. With new cards like Runaway Steamkin and Experimental Frenzy. So again, like, consistently there are good enough cards being printed to keep Mono Red in what I would call pretty much as tier 1 status. And then finally today, with Ravnica Allegiance, we even got more cards in the form of Risk Factor and Skewer the Critics. That still keep this deck going, and it may be because of Mono Blue and the kind of decks that are the tier decks in the metagame. This is probably still a tier 1 deck. So I'm wondering what you guys think about that. Is Mono Red just that? Is Wizards of the Coast keeping Mono Red relevant at all times now, or is this just a coincidence? Because in the past it seemed like Mono Red was a deck that would just come up maybe for one season, and that would be it. As far as, you know, one block, one set comes out, and the deck is relevant for a few months, and then the next set comes out and it goes away. But now it's been from early 2017 all the way until now. It's been a relevant tier deck in the format. Is that on purpose, or is it just a coincidence? The reason why I wonder if it's on purpose is because the thing about Mono Red although, the more skilled players are going to do better with it, of course, it is a really good deck for new players to pick up and play. Doesn't mean that you're not a skilled player if you play mono red by any means. However, I do believe that new players will gravitate towards mono red, and the reason why is because games can be decided quickly, and the deck is generally capable of draws that are powerful enough that even if you're not the most skilled player, you can power through a win just because of the sheer explosiveness of the draws. Does Wizards of the Coast, obviously knowing this, try to keep mono red just right on that level of being playable at all times to keep those new players engaged and interested, and it's a gateway into being competitive in Magic the Gathering. Seems like in the past they didn't want that, because in the past stuff, a lot of people thought that Core Firewalker was specifically printed to put mono red back down and keep it from being a competitive deck in the metagame. I don't know. Tell me what you guys think. Does Wizards of the Coast want mono red to always be around as that gateway deck that somebody can just pick up and have a certain degree of success just because of the sheer power of it? And then, the skill comes later? Or are we going to see mono red on a decline once this next wave of cards, such as like the Wizards Lightning and all that stuff, rotate out? Did mono red just have a really good, solid run here for going on 2 years? Let me know what you think. I'd be interested to know your comments. Hope you enjoyed. Please like, comment, and subscribe, and have a good one.